Hey y'all, I planted this turtle vine in here, just tiny little pieces in here back in April, and it has filled this whole thing here. So I'm going to just break some little pieces off and I'm going to plant them over here in this other spot. You don't need much because all you need is a tiny little piece to do it, and it will just start to spread and take off. But I want to put it here on the edge of the cement right here so that it'll help soften this edge of the cement. I already put some on that side the other day, and I was just now putting some just all in here, just in different little spots, just little pieces. I just want to let it fill all this in. I took those geraniums that I had in here, they were just not growing like they should be. I think they were needing more sun, so I took them out and I moved them over here. And that's those geraniums that I grew from seed, the Maverick series, the salmon color ones. So I moved them out here to this bed right here, and I just dotted them in, and through their little swoops of them. And I did put a couple over here into that pot right there. See them darn grasshoppers jumping. But I put a couple in this pot with those pentas and those angelonia. They're not blooming yet. That was why I moved them, because they should be blooming. And so I'm thinking they're not getting enough sun. So I stuck one here and one over here. I need to rinse them off, but it's pretty wet. We got an inch of rain yesterday. This is so pretty. I love these. I love that color. And this is a new pot I just got just the other day. Anyway, let me get back over here. I'm gonna put these little pieces on the edge of there. I need to get out here and clean this patio off. I don't have a leaf blower, so I'm gonna have to come out here and sweep all these leaves off of here. But yeah, it's real easy. You just pinch a tiny little piece like that and just stick it in there. Oh. Just stick it in there like that. And it don't take much at all. Just, a little bitty piece like that. And you don't even have to have them real close because it spreads, So I got one there, and I already had put, oh, that's not planted, okay. Those are just ones I just brought over. You just break a little piece off, just stick it in the dirt. And they don't need much, They can go without water for a while, or they can handle, if we get a lot of rain, they can handle that too. They do really good here. Now, I don't know how they would do. I know in a pot, they froze here when I had them out here in a pot. Now, I don't know about in the ground. I've never tried it in the ground. So, I'm just going to make sure I have some pieces saved in the house over winter, just in case these don't come back. That way I can redo this next year. Because I haven't found anything else that really does very good in this bed. I mean, these little shamrock looking things, they do good in the spring and the fall, you know, during the cooler months. But then, like right now in the summertime, they're looking bad. So, this little moss rose, it just came up in here by itself. But I used to have moss roses in a pot right there on that cement slab. And also I had that bird bath I had put there, remember? Well, I moved it over here now. And I got another one of those variegated potato vines and some moss roses in here. But I moved it out here. That way, there's a high wire right up here above us. They'll fly up here on that, and then they'll be able to see this water down here. And so I'm hoping that will attract more birds. You know, because I'm trying to attract more of those eastern bluebirds here. My mom used to have a bunch of them, and I did see one coming over here a couple of weeks ago, but then I have not seen it since. So I don't know where they're going to, but I'm trying to attract them over here. Anyway, I'm just going to get all this planted in. I mean, it's nothing much to see right now. But it will spread and be pretty. I hope. I mean, I don't know how good it's going to do here, but I planted those over there several days ago, and they still look really good. So, but we did get rain, so I don't know how they'll do if they, in the heat, if we haven't had rain. Because this does dry out a lot in here. It's just sand mostly, so it dries out pretty quick. I hear an airplane coming over. I don't know if you can hear it on the camera. I'm using my phone right now. It's easier for me to hold it. But I've noticed the last couple of videos I did with my phone, the volume's not very loud, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to see how this turns out. And I also have some creeping Jenny I planted in here. It's doing okay, but I don't know, it's doing pretty good in those pots over that pot right there, and then this pot right here is doing pretty good, but it's not doing as good over here in this area. But like I said, this is all sand, you know, so it's not as much nutrients as what it would be in those pots with the potting soil. And that reminds me, I have to put some of this on that chase tree. I planted it in that pot yesterday, and my camera froze. I thought I was still recording, you know, and I was just walking around here and it wasn't even filming anything. That looks so pretty. Those little moss roses, look at them. They're so cute. Huh. Anyway. But yeah, I put this in here and I didn't put none of this on it. So I'm just going to put it in there around it, I guess. I don't want to dig it back out. And this was a calibrachoa. But it's still real flexible. And I pulled it up yesterday and the roots still look pretty good, so I put it back, but I don't really think it's going to do anything. I don't know. I'm just going to make a little trench in here, little holes around in here, and put some of that rose tone in here. Just add a little bit of it around there. You know, it's real wet because we got an inch of rain yesterday. Also, see how that broke off and I just stuck it in? These are moss roses. You can do the same as what I just did with that turtle vine. You can just break little pieces off. That's how I got these pink ones. Because I had ordered this pink color, you know, of moss roses. Well, they sent them to me, and it was a mixture. The first ones that bloomed were yellow, and then I got some orange, and then finally I got a pretty pink. So I just took a bunch of little pieces off of that one plant that was in there and made more. I have a whole pot of them on the porch, and then I added some in here. I got pink and yellow in here, though. But I love how they look like little roses before they open all the way. So cute. But yeah, this is that chase tree I was showing you before my camera died yesterday. Well, before it froze up. The one that I moved out of that hole over there. I had planted it right there. I had put it right here. I just threw some pieces that I broke off of there. But I had it planted here. And I dug it up. Right here, I don't know if you could see that, but right down in there is a gopher hole. And it had came up right here on this side of the plant and ate maybe about that much into it, you know, on the one side of the root. So I'm glad I dug it up to check it before it came back and killed it. Or maybe it just ate some of it and didn't like it. I don't know. But I wasn't taking no chance, so I put it in that pot. I'm just going to stick these in the ground right here. They'll grow. Alright. Now I need to go get this mud off of my hands. It's real wet out here. This is starting to look pretty. By the end of the season, it should look really pretty. I need to get that blue tub out there, back there. It's over a stump I'm trying to kill. I need to just get me some of that stump out, or whatever you call that, and kill it instead of just waiting a year or more for that to kill it. I love that container. So pretty.